Keep that applause going. That was fairly apathetic, I've got to be honest. Can we try that again? No! Yeah, come on! And even the boy band at the back who's just walked in, Stinchcombe's answer to take that has seriously gone downhill. Actually, either that or you do look a bit like undercover drugs officers. And I'm sure amongst this lot you're going to find some Viagra, some Atogen, looking at the generics in it. Oh, we're well! This is lovely. We'll just let them get settled. Charlie, are they okay? Have they got seats? They're fine. That's it. Because obviously everybody here could get here on time. Apart from you five. And actually what we've done before you got here, one by one, we've just gone round, stood up and introduced ourselves to the group. So we'll start with you. The man, not you, no. We'll start with the man with the less hair and the big beard. Just stand up. What's your name? What you doing? Stand up. Stand up. We're not moving till you stand up. Stand up. What's your name? Timothy. Oh, Timothy. Oh my God. A Timothy from Stinchcombe. How unusual. Lovely. And what do you do, Timothy? When you're not skateboarding and fucking around with your friends and stuff? Landscaper. Landscaper. Any advice? Yeah. This is going to turn into a business meeting, I can tell. Listen, thanks very much for coming out tonight. Before we get started, I think, can we just give it up for Charlie and the committee for putting this night on? It's lovely. It's great you've all come out. So my name's Nik Hill, I'm the MC, and can we just clear one thing up? That doesn't stand for miniature chap. Right? And I'm not sure where they are, but I was stood getting a drink earlier on at the bar, and somebody was looking at my poster, and he said, oh, look at that, we've got Eric Walkham on tonight, which... Where are you? Oh, yeah, it was you, was it? So have you all been to a comedy night before? Yeah, okay, right. So basically what's going to happen tonight, we've got three fantastic acts for you tonight. I've gigged with every single one of them, and I think you're going to absolutely love them. I'm just going to chat to you for about 15 minutes, and then we'll have your first act on. And then we'll have a break, and then we'll have your second act on, and then another break, and then your final act. And then you can all go off and do whatever it is you do in Stinchcombe on a Friday night.
I'll still be open.
I'll come to that in a minute. So whilst the acts are on, the bar will be closed, but there'll be plenty of time in the middle. It is a cash-only bar, I'm afraid. What else? So I need to tell you where the emergency exits are in the unlikely event of a fire. I know, that's very good. Thank you so much for doing that. Drawing the attention to yourself. Do you want to stand? You might as well stand up and show everybody now. Right, so the emergency exits are located here and here, and there. It's lovely. When did you retire from British Airways? Long time ago. Oh yeah. Toilets are out the back. What else do I need to tell you? There's going to be a raffle in the second break, so if you've not bought a raffle ticket, are you still selling tickets? Down here, in Muppets Corner, they're selling tickets down here. So how much are the tickets? £1 each, and you've got some fantastic prizes, and unfortunately they're not here tonight, but still. So £1 each for your tickets. What else do I need to tell you? And all this is in aid of renovations and extensions to the village hall, I think. Charlie, how much are you hoping to try and raise eventually? Difficult question. You're only the chairman, finger on the pulse. How much are you hoping to raise?
I've been told it would be over 150,000 something. We're better.
Tonight, yeah. Shit, and we've got no cash machines. That's going to be a bit of a tall order, isn't it? 150,000. Did everybody hear Charlie this morning on BBC Radio Gloucester? No, nobody. It was great. He was interviewed and he said, "Did you hear it?" And he said, "Oh, I'm going to sit at the back so I won't be picked on." Wrong. Makes no difference where you sit, mate. No difference whatsoever. So this is really nice. And are we all Stinchcombe people? Oh, listen to that. So where are we from? Who's come the furthest? Again, difficult question. Young man at the back, where are you from?
This one's from America.
From America! Oh! See, Charlie, I told you that advertising would pay off. That's brilliant. I like to do for every gig I go to, I like to try and do some research on the place I'm going to gig at. And normally, like you could go on social media, Facebook especially, and there's normally some classic things on Facebook. Stinchcombe, nothing. You have not got a Facebook profile, nobody's sticking their head above the parapet whatsoever. So I thought what we'd do, we'd have a little quiz, is that alright? Just to see what the level of intelligence is like in the room. Oh, I haven't got much hope, I've got to be honest. So who knows what the original name of Stinchcombe was? Anybody? Nothing. So this is going to be an education as well as a comedy night. Stony Hollow. Yeah, Stony Hollow. That's what it was. Who knows where there's an Iron Age fort in Stinchcombe? Fuck me. Drakestone Point. Do you know where Drakestone Point is? Is up there? Okay, right. See if you know what this one is. Right. See if you know, and you won't. In 1646, or just before 10 to 5, there was a thing called the Stinchcombe Revels. Anybody heard of that? No. Right, so what this was, apparently, was male and females used to get together at Blue Mead. Do you all know where Blue Mead is? And the idea was to dance, leap, wrestle, and disport themselves. Right. Does anybody know what disport means? Because I haven't got a clue. Apparently it's to enjoy oneself unrestrainedly. And that's what we've got to do tonight, isn't it? And then you've had some famous people from Stinchcombe. William Tyndall, and he coined some fantastic phrases. And what I want you to do is just see if you know which one of these was true. So did he coin, "Let there be light," "The powers that be," "I'm not out, I'm out," or "scapegoat"? All three of those, apart from scapegoat. No, he didn't. And Evelyn Waugh lived here between 1937 and 1956. Did you know that? Yes. Oh, you knew that, well done. But for me, your most famous person was a member of the Potter family. Linfred Potter. Do we all know about Linfred Potter? No, absolutely nothing. Right. So he was born, well, he lived here in the 12th century, and he was a bit of an eccentric. Used to make all sorts of potions and stuff, and apparently he was the inspiration behind the Harry Potter films. Fucking not impressed at all, are you? 20 minutes it took me to do that research. 20 bloody minutes. So I was looking, hopefully, to see if you had a Stinchcombe Facebook page, because I've got to be honest, at most of the gigs I do, there is normally a Facebook page, and stupid people write stupid things on it. But the nearest I could find was the good people of Dursley. Have we got any Dursley people in? Okay, go and lock your cars. Too late, yeah, he's had it all, hasn't he? This is what I found on the Dursley Facebook page this week. Hopefully they're not here tonight. This is the level of intelligence, I think. Adrian Mather put, looking for recommendations for ironing in the Dursley area. And somebody commented, make sure the iron's hot enough. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Sean Hobden wrote, my partner is currently looking for work, bracket, through no fault of his own. You know he's dodgy as hell when you absolutely. He's done something wrong, hasn't he? But my favourite is, and this guy's a lovely chap. I did look at his Facebook profile, and he's alright to be fair to him. Jim Temlett, brackets, top contributor. I feel Jim's not got a lot going on in his life, because on the 22nd of September, he wrote, it's sheets change day today, I hate fitted sheets. On the 15th of November, Jim's life didn't get much better, because he put, I was sat down earlier with a mug of tea in my hand, and my mind wandered to earlier things. I'm a recent convert to tea bags. The etiquette with tea drinking is you should stir clockwise, 1 spoonful per person and 1 for the pot, and put the tea cosy on. I had 2 occasions as a youngster when I scalded my legs by pulling the cosy off and pouring tea over the hot legs. What are your memories? And I thought, Jim, you clearly need therapy. And I've got to be honest, 2024 ain't starting much better for him. Because on the 11th of January, Jim wrote, the other day I had a big red lump on my elbow. The chemist said it's not tennis elbow and to rest it on a hot water bottle. Your thoughts would be most welcome. And I commented, Jim, I want to come round there and shoot you, to be honest, mate. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I've travelled over. No, actually, before we do that, some of the acts when I booked it, they said, "Where's this gig?" I said, "Stinchcombe." They said, "Oh, we haven't heard of that. What's it near?" I said, "It's quite near Dursley." I said, "Are they similar?" Not really. Because you're not, are you? I've got to be honest, Stinchcombe people, I'm surprised you haven't put a cross-checking point down at to stop these bastards getting over the border. Because it is different, isn't it, Dursley and Stinchcombe, would you say? Yeah, of course it is. Average house price in Dursley last year, 405,000. Stinchcombe, 840,000. Jesus Christ. And I think for me, what sums Dursley up, I play in a band and we practice in Dursley now and again. And I came over last night. And I was just driving past the police station. And I saw a sign, and for me this sums Dursley up. And I thought it said, Dursley welcomes wankers. It wasn't that, it's walkers, isn't it? But, the same. You're not a key walker then? Looking at the size of your fucking stomach, clearly you're not. It says me, yeah, but I didn't start, did I? I'm wearing all in blacks and my wife said it was slimming. That's another lie she's told me. Just absolutely ridiculous. But I've come over from Gloucester. I'm Gloucester born and bred. And I've got to be honest, I'm pretty proud of our city because we're coming up in the world. You know, we've had some fantastic things. We've got the cathedral that was used as a film set, obviously for the Harry Potter films. We've got the docks and stuff. But we can't compete for film sets for the fantastic Forest of Dean and Puzzle Wood. And because that was I don't know if you know, that was they shot Star Wars at Puzzle Wood, and afterwards the makers of Star Wars wanted to recreate that famous scene where the heroes walk into that bar and it's full of people with 2 heads, 8 fingers on each arm, and all they had to do was to walk into any pub in Colford on a Saturday night. And I was reading an article about a man from Cinderford who'd been accused of having wild sex with a wild boar whilst under the influence of alcohol. And that got me thinking, how much alcohol would a wild boar need to have sex with a man from Cinderford? But of course, the other thing Gloucester is famous for is the cheese rolling. And so I've lived in Gloucester all my life, and I've never done the cheese rolling. But this year, I am going to do it. Yeah, and I've been practicing. I've been rolling the baby bell down my driveway. But a few years ago, because the cheese rolling was banned, I don't know if you know that, it was banned, and then it was brought back. And when it was brought back, BBC Southwest came up to film it. And one of the winners of one of the races was a 15-year-old girl from Brockworth called Kylie. And they interviewed her after the race. They said, Kylie, you've entered, you've won. What would you like to say? And I thought, oh, Kylie, you've got millions of people watching. Just say something proud. Say something profound that's going to put Gloucester on the map. You know, say something like, well, look at me. I'm 15. I've already got 10 kids by 8 different dads. I was written off at school. My parents wrote me off. My friends wrote me off. And I thought, you know what, Kylie? This is your chance to shine. And I looked at that hill every day. And I trained really hard. I was running. I was doing weights. I was doing everything. I got to the top of that hill and I looked down. And I just focused on the bottom of the hill. And they let the cheese go. And I ran after it. And I didn't care whether I was going to be injured or not. I was just focused on getting that cheese. And I got to the bottom, and I won, and I was so happy. And they said, but why were you surprised? And what came out of Kylie's mouth was, I don't even like cheese. This is me behind an award-winning stand-up. Award-winning stand-up. I went to the Leicester Comedy Festival in 2022 and I won the Silver Stand-Up Award, which was basically a competition aimed at the over 55s, right? There was no upper age in it, so backstage it was like God's waiting room for comedians. One act, just before he's going to go on, he was slumped in a chair, his eyes closed, and somebody said, we should wake him? No, leave it and increase our chances. And I went on and I did my bit and I won and I got on the phone, I phoned my wife and said, you'll never guess. After 4 years of trying, I've only gone and won. And she's like, oh, that's fantastic. What have you won? Because obviously she is from Mumbai. I said, I've won a trophy. She said, right, anything else? No, just a trophy. And I'm back home a couple of hours later and I'm showing her this trophy. She said, that's lovely, but have you won anything else? I said, no. Because they've been on the website, right? What about the £500 cash prize they mentioned? Oh, I was gutted because I had that lined up for something special. And she's like, what have I told you all through our marriage? I don't know, there's been so many things it's hard to remember, to be honest. She said, never ever lie. And she's right. You shouldn't lie in a marriage, obviously you shouldn't. But she went on a cruise last April. She was away for 5 nights with her girlfriend Chris, and she phoned me on the Wednesday. You alright? Yeah, fine. You missing me? I remember what she said, never lies. I was like, no, absolutely not. She started clutching at straws. Well, I bet the dog's missing me. He wasn't. He was loving life. He was sleeping on my bed. I was feeding from the table. We were down the pub. We went and got tattoos. Well, I did. And it got to the bank on Friday, and he was just sat there looking at me. And I know he can't speak, I know that. But he was just looking, and I could read his mind. He was like, oh, Dad, this is brilliant, isn't it? Just you and me. Should we just move and not tell her? No, we can't do that, no, sorry. So, listen, now I've whipped you up into a height of comedic frenzy. Are you ready for your first act of the evening? So this young lady has jetted in from Innsbruck today. No, she has, honestly. She has, the flight was delayed as well, so I'm delighted she's made it in on time. She's really pleased to be coming back home, so to say, because she went to Stroud High School and she was head girl. And also I've just discovered back in the 70s, her parents used to teach her